marketing, posible necesitamos cambiar en los superhéroes. Mi esposa es de colombiana, desde el Manizales. Ella habla español todos los días con mis chicas peditas. Yo escucho todos los días, pero mi hija tiene 4 años, español mejor que yo. Lo siento, yo voy a continuar en inglés. Pero sabemos marketing, sometimes we need to change into superheroes. Who knows what Superman's nemesis, what causes Superman to be weak? I'll give you a hint, it's there today, it's green. Kryptonite, yo no sé how to say that in Espanol, but it's kryptonite. So if you will, for the next 45 minutes, I want all of us to change into being superheroes. ¿Es posible? Sí. Y, para los humanos, by a show of hands, when you fly in an airplane, pero, la música para superhero es, porque you're all superheroes in marketing. You heard a little about me, porque Eduardo was nice enough to introduce me. By a show of hands, how many of you, when you travel on an airplane, how many of you speak to the person next to you on a plane? But she didn't want my autograph, she wanted his autograph.
Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain.
She wanted 5-time Grammy Award-winning James Taylor's autograph. And I said, oh man, 3 more hours to Los Angeles, and I was just saying, James, if only you use social and mobile, maybe you could sell some records. But hopefully what we talk about today is going to transform all of us into being digital leaders. And what you'll know with the 5 habits of digital leadership, it's just a tiny step, like this. And some of you are already digital leaders. But for those that aren't, it's just a small step, or a reminder to practice these 5 habits. The 3 things I'm going to talk about today, number 1, Socialnomics, number 2, digital leadership, and numero 3, trends. But I want to kick things off with a video just to showcase exactly where we are when it comes to social and mobile. All right. So word of mouth is now world of mouth. We like to tell stories, as Jonah talked about. On my way here, I actually stopped off in Miami and ate at a restaurant called Novecento. And who walks in the door? Well, Juanes. And Juanes sat right next to me this week. I didn't talk to him, but I like to say that I had dinner with Juanes. The word socialnomics. All socialnomics means is word of mouth is now on digital steroids, or word of mouth is now world of mouth. It's that simple. That sounds good in theory, but what does it look like today? So the fastest moving markets when it comes to digital, historically around the world, are always travel and leisure, entertainment, and automotive. And we see the same thing when it comes to social and mobile. So when we talk about word of mouth is now world of mouth, the way we tell our stories is still face-to-face, but also we tell these stories online. And in the future, which is starting today, we tell those stories through ratings and review sites. So for example, por ejemplo, TripAdvisor. We want to know the best hotel to stay in Bogotá. So we go to TripAdvisor, it tells us here's 104 ratings and reviews for that hotel in Bogotá. Very helpful. But in today's world, what we also have, through tools like Facebook Connect, and it's more important, is now I can see that 5 of my friends have stayed at that hotel in Bogotá, and they all give it 4 y 5 estrellas. So boom, I am done with my research. I know those people. Most of them have pretty good taste, selection in hotels, so that's the world that we live in. Everything in time, no matter which market segment you're in, is going to have a rating. And you as individuals are already starting to have a rating. You also as an individual person also have a rating. This also goes to the next level when we talk about wearable technology. Whether that's your iWatch, whether that's your Google Glass, like this lady's wearing here. And in English, what they call people that wear Google Glass is glass holes. But let's take a look at some companies from a marketing perspective take advantage of this new technology. And this is what Pepsi does in this commercial, shown only on YouTube. They take a very famous race car driver, disguise him, Jeff Gordon, and they put on these glasses. And let's see what happens.
Glasses cam to show you everything that I see.
How you doing?
Hello. I'm Mike.
Steve, nice to meet you, Mike.
Oh, wow.
Nice and easy. Head on out, and whenever you're ready.
Are you ready to go ahead and drive? Okay.
Sure. That's all right.
More than I'm used to.
It's got some power, so just get a feel for it. Okay, all right. He's off just a little. He's off. You are liable for any damages to the vehicle, so please stop the car. Slow, or at least slow down. Slow down. Slow down. You can't go through that gate, Mike. Stop. Stop.
Watch it! Watch out!
You're gonna wreck this car, and you're liable for it if you wreck it. Mike, stop the car! Stop the car right now! Oh my God!
Just take us back. You're right over there, Steve. Oh, you're an idiot. I'm gonna kill you. Oh! Stop, stop, stop! Oh, God, I'm fighting!
Do you think you are?
What do you mean? No, you don't understand. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. No, it's just a break. They're just having fun. Look, this is a camera. Here's a camera. There's cameras. Look. It was all just fun. Look, I'm Jeff Gordon.
So it's about taking advantage of these new technologies, but just as Jonah mentioned, it's also important to realize that you cannot replace face-to-face. You can't replace face-to-face, so it's important to leverage these technologies with the in-person. So you've got the offline and the online, and all digital leaders understand that you need to combine the two. That's the power, combining the offline and the online together. Now I mentioned that all of us have a rating on us. And the reason I know that is because 92% of children under the age of 2 years old in the world already have what's called a digital stamp. They already have a digital presence. And that's combined of two things. It's combined of your digital footprint. That's anything that you upload about yourself or about your company. That could be Instagram, could be a post to Facebook. It might be a blog post that you do, it might be a video. Someone have control over that, your digital footprint. The more important piece is your digital shadow. That's what other people upload about you, or upload about your product, or about your service. And together, your digital footprint and your digital stamp, digital shadow combined makes your digital stamp. And it's a very powerful thing, and I'm going to get into that in a second. So how do we become digital leaders? Or for 4 years we wanted to do research because we were curious to see what separates a traditional leader from a digital leader. And it turns out it's not much, but there are 5 habits that all digital leaders practice. Some of you are already practicing these, so it's just a reminder to you. But what it does is there's 5 habits: simple, true, act, map, and people. So it's a reminder to us that digital leaders are made, they're not born. And the first habit they all practice is to simplify their life. Make things simple. Show of hands, please. How many of you, because your job's loco, it's crazy, have become pretty good at multitasking? Yeah, I've got my hand up. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty good at multitasking. But it turns out the research shows that we as human beings actually can't multitask. Our brain does not multitask like a computer. It does not parallel process 2 things at once. What we're doing when we say we're multitasking is we're switching between tasks. So here all of us are, including me, we're trying to multitask to beat time, even though Father Time is undefeated, but we're doing the exact opposite. We're actually less efficient when we multitask. That's right, less efficient. In the moment that we multitask, our IQ drops 15 puntos. Our IQ drops 15 points. Now you might be able to afford to drop 15 points because you guys are smart. I can't afford to drop 15 points off my IQ. That's the equivalent of not sleeping for 36 hours. So the best way to become more efficient is actually opposite than we think. It's not to multitask. And it's hard for me to do that because I'm a recovering multitasker. I've got to remind myself every day, don't multitask, or have your team to not multitask. So what does simplification look like? Simplification looks like this advertisement that Volkswagen did. So that advertisement ran during the Super Bowl, which is the second most watched thing in the world after the Copa del Mundo. And within 24 hours since they posted that to YouTube, it got 37 million additional views on YouTube. So the key is, on the simplification of that commercial, you notice they don't use any words, no language. So everyone can understand it around the world. The other thing they understood is that it's about simplifying and asking what's the social play in every meeting? What's the social and mobile play in every meeting? So that they were able to post that ad to YouTube right away, whereas 50% of companies forgot to post it to YouTube. So if they hadn't posted to YouTube, they would have got that additional 37 million views around the world. Anyone know where this picture's from? Cartagena. The second thing is true. We got to be true to ourselves. What's our passion? So, what is your passion? I want to give you some homework today. So your homework, you're like, this speaker's terrible, he's giving us homework. But I want you to write down in 140 characters or less, that's the limit on Twitter, which is basically 1 or 2 sentences. What do you want your digital stamp to be? So if you Google your name, what do you want your digital stamp to be 5 minutes from now, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years, 500 years from today? What do you want to show up on Google for yourself, for your brand, for your company? So the next 7 to 10 days, please write down exactly what you want that to be, because that's how you can achieve it. The third thing all digital leaders do, they take action. Action trumps everything. Action is the most important thing. But unfortunately, a lot of us, or a lot of the people on our team, or at our clients, we fall into what's called the throughput trap. And we need to focus on output. So we need to focus on output. We need to design that marketing plan. We need to design that dress. We need to write that movie. Whatever it is we're passionate about, we need to take that action. But a lot of us fall into the throughput trap. And a lot of that has to do with this. Again, I'm asking you to raise your hand. How many of you, esta mañana, how many of you this morning, when you woke up, did you grab this device within 10 minutes? And a lot of us start to email and tweet and text. We're working hard. At the end of the day, we worked hard. But that's called throughput. That doesn't produce any output. And that's a difficult trap to fall into. So I'm going to tell you a quick story. Before I do that, how many of you want to get more email? One person wants to get more email. I'll send you some email. Most people don't want to get email, but we're all writing it, and I'll show you how little throughput matters. Little throughput matters. So I was the head of marketing at TravelZoo, top performing stock on the NASDAQ when I was there. Very busy time. Most of us in this room, during a week, on average, will get 1,200 emails, 1,200 emails during the week, which is crazy, it's sad. What I did was I put my out of office during my vacation, and I said, this email server is temporarily full. Can you please resend your email if it's important next week, when we have more email server capacity? So I come back, I have 1,400 emails, I highlight them all, and I hit delete. Boom, done. A lot of stress. I was really worried about it for 2 days. I thought the world was going to end. But what happened? The world didn't end. How many people took the time to resend the email? 8 persons thought it was important enough. Out of 1,400, out of 1,400, 8 people thought it was important enough to resend the email. That's how little throughput matters. Digital leaders know it's all about action. Action trumps everything. But when we take action, we're going to make mistakes. But that's okay. Because the best way to succeed in this new world is to fail fast, fail forward, and to fail better. See how many of you wanted to do an ad like this? It's kind of risky. This is for a movie launch.
a small coffee. Poppy seed bagel with butter.
Oh my God!
That sucks, I'm sorry.
You just ruined all of my stuff.
Get some napkins and clean it up, it'll be fine.
Fine, there's coffee inside of my computer. You know what? Just get away from me. Just get away from me. Get out of my way. Oh my God. Just get away from me. Just get away from me.
Who can do what I can do.
Right. It's all about doing stuff different, and sometimes it's okay to fail. Fail fast, fail forward, and fail better. And I like to use this term in English. It's a new term. It's taking the word flaws, which is mistakes, and combining it with the word awesome, which is, most of us know, it's muy chévere, awesome. It's about being flawsome as a company. It's not about being perfect as a brand. It's about being flawsome. Case in point, when FedEx makes a mistake with a client, a customer, but they take the time to resolve that mistake, that client's 3 times as likely to repeat as a customer than someone that never had an issue in the first place. And again, that's all about being flawsome. It's through our mistakes that we can prove to our customer how awesome we are. And this stuff isn't new. If you look at Walt Disney, the way to get started is to quit talking and to start doing. Number 4, the habit that all digital leaders practice is to have a vision or a map or a mappa in mind, but being flexible in your path on how you get there. Technology is going to change. People ask me, oh, should I invest in Facebook? Should I invest in Instagram? Should I invest in my mobile website? And what I tell them is I go, don't over-invest in the tool, don't over-invest in the technology, invest in the trend, invest in your people, invest in the future. Not in the technology itself or the tool itself. Now, how many of you buy galletas online? How many of you buy crackers online? Yeah, we don't buy crackers online. You still buy those in the store. So it could have been easy for Wheat Thins to say, nope, social and mobile, not for us. That's for Ford, that's for Adidas, that's for Nike. But instead they go, let's go out there and listen. Does anybody talk about crackers online? And sadly enough, a lot of people talk about crackers online. And one young lady posted about Wheat Thins on Twitter. She said, oh, my life is over. I'm out of Wheat Thins. Now I know some of you that are super busy are going, wow, I wish I had that girl's life. That sounds pretty easy if that's a bad day, just being out of crackers. But let's see if Wheat Thins surprises and delights and wows this particular customer. And that's the difference in today's day and age. We can see these conversations and then do something about it. We can surprise and delight our customers.
This one's hilarious. I'm out of Wheat Thins. My life is officially over. Kind of dramatic. Tabitha.
Yes.
Okay, do you recall tweeting, I'm out of Wheat Thins. My life is officially over.
Yeah.
We got a hold of that. We just want you to be sure that you're aware that we have plenty of Wheat Thins. And that's for you. That's just a gift.
That is a lot of weekends. Oh my gosh.
Everybody in the van, let's go. In the truck. You take care, all right? Come on, boys. Who's next?
All right. Now, a lot of you in this room, you're getting pushback. Either that's from your boss or maybe it's from your client. You're getting pushback when you have these new ideas. And that can be frustrating. But we got to remember that pioneers should get pushback. You're pioneering. You're going to a new frontier. We don't use old maps to get to new destinations. And so that should be a signal to you that you're actually pioneering. If you're not getting that pushback, or people aren't saying, what are you talking about, then maybe you're not being innovative enough. Maybe you aren't pioneering. So it can be frustrating when they say, no, that's crazy, that's local, but that's a signal that you're actually pioneering. Last but not least, the fifth habit. People. We need to surround ourselves with the right people, both offline and also now online. Most of us as marketers make the simple mistake of pushing about us. Yo, 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 yo. About me, and more about my product, me. Push, traditional, push, marketing. The greatest key to success when it comes to surrounding yourself with the right people, both offline and online, you've heard about the term pay it forward. You pay it forward. Now you can post it forward. So you should all take 3 minutes a day, at least 3 minutes a day. Maybe some days it's 10 minutes. But start with 3 minutes a day and use Twitter, use LinkedIn, use Instagram, use WhatsApp to highlight your customer, to highlight a friend, to highlight a potential client by showcasing their greatness. That's called posting it forward. That's networking before you actually need the network. That's surrounding yourself with the right people online. And again, it only takes 3 minutes a day. An example of this is you might be able to do this with Juan Valdez coffee. I don't know. You can do this at Starbucks. On Twitter, you can actually buy someone a coffee on Twitter. That's what's called posting it forward. Sending that free coffee for $5 to a friend. Now, before we get into question and answer, I want to go over a couple of trends, what I think is exciting out there. So you may hear the term think mobile first. I like to use the term think mobile only. Now, it doesn't mean not to use all the channels at our disposal, not to use offline, not to use traditional marketing. It's just to get in the mindset to think this device first. This device first. What does that look like? When you think this device first, when you're redoing your website, and you should always be redoing your website, you should never be happy with your website. When you walk into that meeting, there shouldn't be anybody on their MacBooks or their laptops looking at the new website. They should all be looking at this. That's what it means to think mobile only. It also means to take advantage of new technology. This device can do stuff that your MacBook or your laptop cannot do. And I'm going to showcase one simple way. This is new technology. It's going to be on Amazon. I was at a meeting with Amazon. This will be at Amazon in a couple of months. But it's a faster way to read on this device. Faster than reading on a book, faster than reading on your computer. Lo siento. ¿Todo bien? Muy happy, no? You can tell you're happy. What'd you learn at the conference? I don't know, but I read 3 books. We're replacing the 4 P's with the 4 C's, creating, curating, connecting, culture. Those are the 4 C's of digital. So replace the traditional 4 P's that you heard from Philip Kotler a couple years ago with the 4 C's of digital. Here's a weird one. For those of you that are dating, that might use a site like Match or Tinder, if you use the emoticon and add the nose, if you just add the nose on the smiley face, 40 times more responses than if you don't have the nose. Amazon's going to 1-hour delivery in some locations around the world. What does that mean for you, even if you don't compete with Amazon? It means that's the new bar for customer service. And remember, as marketers, our job actually is not the traditional push of marketing. Now it's making sure that the entire organization is in line with what we're delivering. Customer service, the product, that's our new role of marketing. Because again, it's about all those ratings and reviews. For the sake of time, I'm going to skip this, but I'll send it out later. And I want to end with a video before I get into Q&A. This video is just highlighting that all of us have a digital stamp as a company, as a product, and most importantly as people. And we need to ask ourselves, what is our ultimate legacy on this planet starting today? What's our ultimate digital stamp on this world starting right here and right now?
My digital stamp. My dad often asked, what footprints are you going to leave in the sand? It meant little then, but with time, this became a motivating line. A legacy for me, it would seem, a far-off, lofty dream. After all, who am I? I'm just average, somewhat shy. Then I realized something, you see. It is up to me, my ultimate legacy. Social media, search, mobile and more. Leave digital footprints on the floor. Digital shadows, if you will. Following all that I fulfill. My grandchildren and great-grandchildren, what will they see and think of me? What is my digital legacy? Will they see that I pursued my dream? Or that I settled for something in between? Digital footprints remain for all time, so I can't commit the ultimate crime. What is that crime, you say? It is, of course, not seizing the day. Yes, before I die, I'd rather fail than not even try. I will reach for the sky, laugh, and cry. My legacy, you see, truly up to me. That's my view. But now I ask, what will you do? By Erik Qualman. What will be your ultimate digital legacy? Your ultimate stand on life?
Bueno. So I know that all of us, it's been amazing to be here in Colombia. Mi abrazos por todos. And I know that all of us are going to be digital leaders starting right here and right now. But I want you to help me out. I want you to prove that you're excited about having the right digital stamp and becoming a digital leader. So if you will, stretch out, give yourself some space. I want all of us to stand up and cheer as loud as you can. Just like James has just scored the winning goal in Copa de America in Chile. So I'm going to act this out on the count of 3. I'm going to kick the pelota. And when it goes in against Argentina, I want all of us to yell as loud as Colombia can yell that we're all going to be digital leaders. 1, 2, y 3. Gracias, 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 abrazos.
Thank you very much, Eric. You were one.